Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can start now. So we can start for the session 2, yeah. So I will introduce Pak Mahendran. He's the General Manager Operation KTMB. He will present for the KTMB shift towards an efficient rail operations. Please welcome.
Thank you. So Vice Chairman has to speak today. So that the puzzle and of this presentation. Okay, it's more about running an efficient rail operation, the production unit of KTMB. Okay, my name is Mahendran, General Manager for Operations. Okay, these are the table of contents. We basically talk about KTMB network, the business units, and the transformation program, general train operation improvements and infrastructure machines and centralized train control, and other equipments that we are about to acquire, and something that we plan to have in future. Okay, generally the KTMB network, it's only about 1,600 kilometers. It's about 1,000 mm gauge, in contrast to Indonesia, which is 1,067 mm. Okay, number of stations we have 172, and from the 1,600 kilometer of network, almost half is already being electrified, double track, and 25 kV AC, and single track. The remaining single track is on the East Coast line. It is from the Thai border here and right up to the Singapore. It's going right up to Woodlands in Singapore. So this is a single track, and some single tracks that we have going to the ports. Okay, the short lines here going to the ports. Okay. And total rolling stock that we have now is about 3 car EMU. We have 26 car EMU. We have 38, then we have the ETS, about 15 ETS. This is the fastest train in meter gauge that we have now. We have about active locomotive 89 units, passenger coaches about 236, and about 3,000 rolling stock for the cargo. Okay, this is the strategic business units we have. Number one is the cargo. We have on average about 44 trains daily, but we have reduced the train numbers from the previous 70 to 80 trains to 44, and we are planned to reduce further. I will take you around how we reduce the train numbers, but we keep the volume, and we try to reduce the number of train running. In that way, we try to save resources. Okay, it operates throughout the entire network. And number two is the commuter network. It's a busy line, especially in the Klang Valley during the peak hours. We transport about 130 to 140,000 packs. We have 232 daily services and 167. We used to have more than 350 services per day, but after we have started a project to rehabilitate the track in the Klang Valley, we have now reduced the train numbers to 232 and 167. And also we are operating the commuter trains on the northern corridor, that is from the Penang, Batuat, and right up to Padang Besar, and also to Padang Rengas. Is a short route. Then we have the intercity services that's running basically on the single track. There is no intercity trains on the double tracks. We have stopped intercity trains plying this route. No more diesel haul passenger train on this route. Diesel haul passenger trains are only on these routes. Okay, and we will only have diesel trains when there is a special train required by customers. We have made a remarkable transformation where only electric trains run on electric lines. the passenger trains. Okay, and then we have now we have changed that the diesel train to this train. This is the modern trains that comes from China and Korea. We have 15 units of them. Daily we run 36 services, and on weekends we run 40 services. It runs on the double track, all the double track, 774 kilometers of double track, and this is now becoming very popular. The operating speed now we have kept at 140 to 150, but we have the potential of running at 160 kilometers in the meter gauge. With that, I would like to say that, proud to say that I think we are one of the fastest, we have fastest train on the meter gauge network. This is the transformation roadmap which we have, the government has pushed KTMB to move on. Effective from 2014, there was several sessions held by the government bodies, and this is the outcome. And many of the initiatives here, if you can have a clear view, and it's basically it's about production, running the trains and delivering the services and gaining the profit, and some are non-rail based incomes are based here. Okay, under the transformation focus area is we have to increase revenue, and we have to reduce cost, and also to increase efficiency. So all this translated into the train operation, where we have to think how we want to reduce cost. Okay, these are the important things that we can think as it is of now. Okay, number one is we have several customer area where we dispatch the trains straight from the customer service area. Before this, we used to have marshalling yards. This where the train get held up and the train getting slower. So now we have moved to this system where we dispatch train direct from the customer siding. This is eventually reduce the turnaround of our resources like locomotive, rolling stocks, wagons, and also crew. Number two is we have rationalized crew working by running a longer section, optimizing crew working hours. This is also comes under the, it's actually the three is linked together. Okay, then we have scheduled the freight trains with fixed timetable. We have achieved 50%. We hope to do it by end of this year. We want to have all the cargo trains, the freight trains running on schedule. And long distance crew working. We have closed many rest houses and moved many depots, cruise depot, drivers especially, and put them on long working distance to for efficiency. Signal control in double track taken over fully by centralized train control. No more station master or signal boxes en route. So it's from the centralized train control in KL. Only few people in one shift, they operate the entire stations on the double track. And also this one we have done is train inspection by train crew themselves. Previously we have the rolling stock technician come and inspect the train prior to dispatching. But this has, we have trained the train crew to master the skill, and we made them competent before now they certify the train themselves with a checklist, and then they move the train when the train is ready. Okay, we also removed train guards from trains, commuter trains. There were 80 train guards put on the commuter trains. Since the commuter trains have auto doors, and also at station we have platform management, then we felt that it's not necessary to have train guards anymore. Because passenger get in, get out, there is no passenger falling down from the auto door trains. So we removed the train guard successfully, 80 people. Imagine that we save a lot of costs on manpower. And then long and heavy haul freight trains. Previously we were running 30 wagons maximum. Now we run up to 60 wagons. We have slowly increased to 40, 50 and 60. And we also broke a record once by running 120 wagons train. It's almost 2 kilometers in length. It's very long. Okay, I think we also broke the record in meter gauge. Okay, also we are seconding our excess staff to the contractors in double track projects. By we having the staff, it is just they idling, so we just second them to the contractors. And then when we close the crew depot, then we have the rest house available, so we rent it out also. And we also rationalize routes for commuter train services, replacing all, diesel intercity routes with ETS, and pit stop operation like Formula 1 we have introduced. For crew changing, we do it in 10 minutes, under 10 minutes. Fueling, the crew changing previously take 1 hour to half an hour, but now it's 10 minutes. Fueling, sanding, watering for locomotive done very faster. And also we have implemented centralized crew rostering. The whole network crew rostering is done from Kuala Lumpur, centralized. No more small depot. We have removed some of the staffs from there to put them in more productive roles. So these are the general train observation to improve cargo carrying capacity. You can just go through this. There are a lot of things that we have to do here, and I have mentioned some of that. Okay, this is what we have done. Generally, I have explained most of this. Reduce wagon turnaround, improve wagon utilization, and then minimizing resource utilization. This is how it works. Previously, the crew is working 200 meters, and then they change here, then 200 meters. Now we have removed this and we run straight here. The speed of the train also increased. The speed of the train increased, and this has put the, after the double tracking, this is what we achieve. And we remove, we made it, the time is shorter for customer to receive the goods. Okay. Also, as I mentioned, the train crews are made competent, wagon examiners are removed, and less failure we have while on transit, and increasing the number of wagon per train, minimizing resources utilization. You can read through this by, the organizer has provided you with the thumb pen drive where you have all the slides inside there. Inside your bag, gift bag, there's a pen drive. Inside there, all the slide informations are available. Okay, by increasing the wagon numbers, this is what we achieve. For instance, previously we used 30 wagons. This was the loss. This was rate. Now, by increasing to 60 wagons, we could achieve this 20% in profit. So these are some of the examples. When we increase the number of wagons, we increase, suddenly rate become black or blue. You can see this. Okay, how we achieve this is when the government has invested quite big amount of money to KTMB. So high-speed switch and turnovers, we have used this maximize. And also modern stations. We have viaducts. It's about 30 over kilometers of viaducts, marine and land viaducts. The trains are running high above the ground. And also we have 2 e-locomotives on trial now, electric locomotive. And we have modern signaling. This is the longest tunnel we have. This is modern, ultra-modern tunnels, like the European, Italian standard. So 2 tunnels here, 2 bore. It's about 3 kilometers each. And we have new trains. We have this coming. This one is coming tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to launch this new AFC and turnstile system. And also we have CCTV and trespassing control via fencing. But still we have some places where we have illegal trespassing. But somehow or other we are trying to manage it, and we hope to manage this under a long-term initiative under the government. Okay, centralized train control is very important. Formally, we have all the small stations and signal boxes managing the trains. This is problematic because why we have to relay information and you have to engage a lot of people. We all cut almost 100%, from the 100% we have cut almost 80% of manpower and reduced to only 20 people are controlling the trains from a centralized location. This started about 20 years ago. It's still going, and we are going to extend further to 200 kilometers down south to Singapore border. And this is also a tool that we are acquiring this tool. We hope to have this tool soon by June next year. This is one of the tools that we acquire under the transformation plan. The government has agreed to give us this tool. This will help to simulate train movement along the busiest routes in Klang Valley especially, because we are having a track where we share with all the types of services, the freight, the commuter, the ETS. So we have very problematic bottleneck area in Kuala Lumpur area, and it also used for maintenance schedule. We can do a better planning. This is a must for all railway. Reduce energy consumption also, because you can better plan the running of trains, optimize resource utilization, and also predict new development and scenarios. If you want to run a new service, it is done manually, but now we have this tool. We just fit into the tool. It will give the decision how we should operate the trains, what time, and what's the best route to operate. Okay, this is also another system that we plan to introduce, but it is still under testing trial. Okay, we'll introduce this soon, and with a lot of efforts has been put forward, we look to explore further collaboration with other Asian railway operators for seamless train operation in the future. With that, I end my presentation. Thank you. Open up Q&A.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mahendran. This next presentation I think is quite interesting for us. Yeah, maybe we can implement also to our premises. So now I'm opening the questions. Maybe delegation from maybe from Thailand, Cambodia, Thailand. Okay, you want to ask some questions?
Okay. Thank you. So I'm Tikamon from Thailand. So I would like to know that before you come to this success, so how long does it take for the plan? Since you start the initiative planning or whatever have you done, how long does it take?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, we started this after the, from 2014, after the transformation, there was a lab organized by government. So we were asked to participate, and from there it started, the transformation started from there. We started to draft the transformation roadmap. So from 2016, we making it happen. So actually planned 2 years back, and it's happening from 2016 onward. In fact, the improvements in operation, it is borderless. It is no limit. We can have new ideas coming in now and then. Since many years, we have been doing slight changes, but now, since the government is pushing us to be sustainable, KTMB has to be dependent on its own income, and we have now moved forward. We have to aggressively pursuing to transform the railway by looking at best practices and implementing some very drastic actions which we had never done before, like making the train crew competent to inspect the train, which is sometimes we had some give and take here and there, and with the staff, everything, we have managed to push this through, and it is still pursuing until we can see profit. KTMB must see profit. That is what the board, KTMB board, also pushing very hard. So we are the management is, 2 of my board members are here. They are the one pushing also very hard for KTMB to achieve this collectively. Thank you.
One more thing. So what are the main obstacles that you have overcome for this success?
You have to be persistent. Actually, you need a very strong work team. that you want to change people. This is a change management. If you want to change something from here to there, it's very difficult, especially it's involving humans. So we have to be very persuasive, sometimes very hard. You have to pinch and also you have to hug. These are the two things that the techniques, management techniques that you have to apply. It's very tough. It's very tough changing people. But I will share this some other session with you guys. But you have to pay me, then I can teach you. But it's very tough changing people, I tell you, especially railway. You know the hardcore people are here. You know SRT also have very resistant from the union, everything. It's very difficult. Many people think it's easy, but it's not. We are just managing through that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else from other delegations? Okay, please, from Indonesia.
Okay, thank you. My name is Najib from Indonesian Railway. I would to ask you about maybe safety issues.
Yeah.
Safety issues, yeah.
Yep.
How your organization or your railway company to organize or to handle about safety issues compare you running marketing and operation. Thank you.
Yep, that's a good question. Safety is paramount, above all. That's our motto. We never compromise on safety. How good you are, how profitable you are, do not compromise on safety, because in railway, a thing that need to happen only once, catastrophe. There is no two-way. There is no likelihood of things to happen. This need to only happen only once. So we try to avoid the one occurrence. The one occurrence of any serious accident or incident, we try to prevent that by a lot of, we do risk assessment before we do something. We do risk assessment and we analyze before we implement, and then we make sure it is safe. A lot of deliberation is being done, engagement with experts within the KTMB before we implement something or we come out with something, and it has to go to the president for approval, and a lot of stages it has to go through. I'm being the rule committee chairman in KTMB for the railway operating rules, so I have my own committee of 8 people that we will sit and deliberate on the actions before we implement and recommend to the president. It's a very systematic approach that we do. Safety is paramount in railway. It's not about profit, you see. Profit also we need, but safety never compromise. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mahendran. I think time is up now. So I give it to the another presentations. So I can call. Maybe you can.
Yeah, we call upon the next presentation by Mr. Mr. Kwan Frandara, Deputy Director of Railway Department, MPWT, Cambodia, Railway Business in Cambodia, please.
Yes, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before we start the presentation on the slide, I would like to share some information about the railway. So the railway in Cambodia consists of 2 lines, and the length is 650 kilometers. We call the northern line and the southern line. The northern line is connect from the Phnom Penh capital city to the Thailand border. It's 386 kilometers. It's work construct built on between the year of 1920 and 1929. It's so long year ago there. And support only 15 tons per axle. And the southern line connect from the capital city Phnom Penh to the seaport. Before 2010, both line is a very poor condition, and the royal government of Cambodia to put a program to rehabilitate the railway network in Cambodia. So we start the rehabilitation plan from 2008. 2009, the royal government of Cambodia to sign a concession agreement between private company, we call TRR, that joint venture between Toll Holding Group and the local company, Royal Group in Cambodia, to operate 30 years on the railway network in Cambodia. And the first phase is complete in 2010, and the private company and to operate the first business on the railway network from October 2010. And 2013, December, the whole of Southern Line is complete. And 2015, the container yard in the Sihanoukville also complete. This is prepared for railway operation in the seaport. And 2015, the TRR become to the Royal Railway, that is the local company, to cover all the shareholder and operate on the railway network till now. So now we go to the railway business in Cambodia. I would like to please allow me invite Ms. Frendara to present this railway business in Cambodia.
Yeah.
This is a place for Ms. Frendara.
Okay, so you can sit there. You can sit there. You can sit there.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I think everyone had a very long day. I won't take much of your precious time to complete my presentation. I would like just to introduce myself, and very pleased and honored to be with all of you today. My name is Frendara. I'm Cambodian, and I represent the Royal Railways of Cambodia. We are very young compared to our cousins and colleagues within the region. I've been very impressed by the quality and the advanced technology that most of the other country neighbors have been using. This is absolutely amazing. I came from a banking background, and I just been joining the railway for 1 month. So very new to the industry. However, what I notice and pick up the whole day is that we are both moving toward digital. Digital is the future, definitely. Okay, a quick overview about our business. Next, please. So, as Excellency just mentioned, we got the concession to maintain the railway of Cambodia for the next 26 years, actually. We already started 4 years ago. We are a local company with 400 staff, and our CEO, Mr. John, he's Australian, coming from Toll, has an extensive railway from many countries. Next, please. Quickly, our service, we provide bulk fuel. Currently, we have 2 major clients that servicing within the country. We do cement, coal, ballast, and containers. In average, we transport around 3,000 containers per month between import and export. And we also provide custom clearance, scanner, and all the administration services. Next, please. We also do warehousing, both large and small. We got concession from the government with many land around the countries. And we also operate a dry port in Phnom Penh and Sihanoukville, which is the seaport. Next, please. Yes, it's the seaport. This is the very boring slide, is our org chart. I won't go through it, but you know, it's basically covering the 400 staff that we currently have. 400. As Excellency also mentioned, we've been operating on the Southern Line, which consists of 260 kilometers, which is very short, in my opinion. And we, however, we are also planning to launch next few months, hopefully next year, early next year, the Northern Line, which will be from Phnom Penh to the Thai border, Poi Phet. I think there is some rehabilitation on the rail, yes, to be done. Lots of work, but we are working closely with the local authorities. Next, please. This is just a quick snapshot around how we've been growing the business over the past 6 years. As you can see, it's been a rapid growth. Definitely, the country is mainly exporting rice and garment, textile and shoes. In terms of import, we import a lot of construction material. The construction, the real estate property market, it's been picking up over the past 5 years. So there's a lot of imports from the neighboring countries, but mainly we export a lot of textile and rice. Next. What's the future for us? Currently, we're still focusing and growing the pipeline rail, our fuel partner, diesel and petrol from Sihanoukville to Phnom Penh, and hopefully we can service later on from Phnom Penh to Poi Phet, which is the northern part of the country. Purchasing 6 locomotives, that I will not be able to detail further on this because that's an initiative that my CEO is handling. We also growing the container business, which is one of the main focus of my commercial team, to double the volume currently, and we definitely getting a very strong commitment and support from our customers. The challenge for us, it's new, so we need to educate a lot of our corporate clients and the people to take the train. But I really like the idea of the experience, selling it as an experience and a safety way to travel, because now people are very conscious about the road accident and the risk, and the time also is a challenge time, So right now it's about 6 hours to travel from Phnom Penh to Sihanoukville, which is not so competitive compared to the road. By road we can travel within 4 hours, but it's definitely people, our passengers that are on the train really like the experience that you get to see the sceneries and to enjoy. Yes. Next. We will come to the question and answer. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Any question and answers, questions from delegates? Thailand, KTMB?
We have
Myanmar,
2 more days for Q&As.
How many minutes left, Secretariat?
Waktunya berapa lama lagi?
Indonesia? Very impressive slide here. We have they have a remarkable cargo volume increase for the past 6 years. That's very remarkable. Let me ask you a question.
Sure, sir.
This CEO, where he is from?
Australia.
Australian. Is from the west or east railway of
I
Perth?
think he's from Melbourne. Melbourne, and he has about 40 years of experience within the railway.
Good, because I could see a drastic change there. Please tell us about the Northern Line extension that you have mentioned on your slide. When it will be ready?
We are hoping by October, November next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Any more questions, please?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a very good question.
Okay.
You always ask.
Sawadika.
Sawadika. I'm from Thailand. So I think you did talk something about the passenger. Do you have any plan for upgrading or improving your passenger service, train service?
Thank you for your question. We are planning to launch pretty soon and commercialize, which we are currently building our King's Coach. we are building and preparing a very important VIP trip for our Prime Minister and our King sometime end of this year, which is, you know, VIP salon with, you know, full kitchen, dining, bar and a room, you know, so that we also plan to improve the customer experience and bring also an opportunity for our tourists that are visiting our country, that they can, you know, enjoy a, you know, different journey. So that will be our private coaches. For the normal passengers service and shuttle, currently we run 3 days. On the weekend only, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. We are hoping as well to increase the timetables based on the demand. However, we're also working on an airport shuttle initiative to bring passenger from the city into the airport, you know, like every 20 minutes. So we've been working very closely with the Ministry of Public and Transport to deliver those initiatives, part of our commitment. As well as we are consistently improving the safety and, you know, the hygiene on the train as well. Yes.
That's very interesting.
Thank you.
Okay, any more questions, please, before we close?
Me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Continue.
sorry. Any question? Any plan to purchase the rolling stock for both passenger and freight?
Any plan to
Any
purchase
plan to
additional rolling
purchase?
stocks for your future?
Can I get your email and I will send you the response? I don't-
Okay.
From what I understand just
Joker.
now,
It's okay.
from what I understand from your email, I mean a slide just now, there's a 6 locomotives they're going to purchase,
That's the plan.
1,200
Yes.
horsepower. She already mentioned some rolling stock there in the slide itself.
That's the
You have the
plan.
pen drive given to you, just check onto the slides. They already mentioned here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more question? With that, any more last bonus questions?
Maybe from my side, Mandan, if you don't mind.
Yeah, Cambodia.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's quite interesting for me from Indonesian company. Basically, we have a problem with regulations in our countries. So what is the situation in Cambodia? The regulation between the regulator, I mean the MOT, with the operators. Is that any something specific, specific commitment or agreements between MOT and operators? Talking about the standard, like let's say the TAC, track access charge, something like that. You know what I mean?
You mean private operators?
Private operators, yeah.
Anyone want to operate on your network?
No.
Only one. Oh, okay.
No,
I
no,
see.
no. Only us, yes.
They don't have the plan.
don't
They
have
they
the
want to
plan.
improve. They want to improve actually from the slide. Nak tambah lagi lah perkhidmatan. Okay, with that we close this session and we wish to thank the Cambodian delegates for their remarkable presentation. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. I'm continuing with another presentations. So I call Mr. Nurdin Kimi, Senior Manager KTM Holidays. He will present us about the KTMB Exercise Train Services. Please welcome.
Very good afternoon to Chairman and Vice Chairman also, then all fellow delegate. Selamat datang. Ya, apa kabar? Baik. And sawadikap.
Sawadikap.
My name is Muhammad Nurdin bin Kimi from KTM Holidays, KTMB. Then I will present about the introduction of KTMB excursion train service. So, in the content of my presentation will be covered on overview and objective, concept, current excursion train services, future excursion trains, also conclusion. The overview, excursion train service Because services contain 3 types of services that run for a special event or purpose. A train to a major sporting event, a train run for rail fan or tourism, and during a festive season. The second for KTMB, the concept is defined as a set of coaches with significant purpose that run on a specific route by demand at different price package. The objective, to drive on non-rail business as one of the revenue generating entity to KTMB through selling of product with the concept of tourism and organizing event on board all KTM train services and premises. How this is being done? KTMB has formed specific unit named KTM Holiday and Event Management to coordinate and organize the excursion train. Next, please. Homestay by rail. Experience Malaysia homestay by rail and discover the unique combination of diversified and culture that has been inspired since the early days, whereby transportation by rail was the more common way to travel. Event. Train service is a chartered train run for a special event, a purpose. Example, a train to a major sporting event by a corporate company, government department for route to a purpose. And then also for the special chartered is a train service. Services is a chartered train run for a special purpose. Example, a train run for rail fan or tourism. In KTMB, the concept is defined as a set of coaches with significant purpose that run on specific route during festive season or by demand at different price package. This one, homestay by rail. This is some of our activity before. In this day and age, exploring Malaysia by rail has become a forgotten tradition, and tradition that is worthy of being brought back for those who wish to travel in their own time and want to experience Malaysia in true railway style, of course. Team building season also in part of our expertise, and it's become one of the unique way season during the journey. There's a team building where we organize holiday and village throughout the program, also local product knowledge. We go to, actually we organize to the traditional village to explore the tourism by rail and also to develop tourism industry in Malaysia. Next, please. The event. This one chartered course that comprised of 1 event coach, 1 marketing coach, meeting coach, and 2 saloon coach with a certain facility on board, such as karaoke system, individual bunker for berth or seat with sharing, and provide private toilet facilities. This event normally is a special event when we got the requirement from maybe the organization or what. So we organize the event, special event. Next. This is also special chartered train. These are different with the previous day, because the special chartered course that are requested by a corporate company, NGO or royal family for personal event. The arrangement of requirement is prepared by KTM Holiday and Event for hassle-free during journey. Just for actually the group want to use these packages must charter all the train. The train is yours actually. Yeah, he was paid for the 1 train. Next. This is current excursion train service. The route is a KTMB serve excursion train service, namely Eastern Holiday, that crisscross majority state in the Peninsular Malaysia, namely Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, Negeri Sembilan, Pahang, Kelantan, and others. The journey took about 15 hours journey train from Kuala Lumpur to East Coast, 14-hour journey from Johor Bahru to East Coast, and also 5-hour journey from Kuala Lumpur to Perlis. These are using the normal ordinary coach, yeah? The non-electric coach. Yeah? Next. Current, so this one, the extra, is a rolling stock. Excursion train features 7 carriages that comprise of 2 sitting carriage and 4 bedding carriage with a certain facility on board, such as individual bunker for berths or seat with sharing toilet facilities. This one that depends on how many numbers the group. Yeah. Next. This one about the service. We serving multiple local dishes. All guests on board will be served with each set of local dishes, meal along the journey. Buffet or cafe coach. Cafe coach is attached to serve extra demand for food and drink. This one is for the concept of holiday. Yeah, holiday. The train assistant, minimum of 2 train crew on board to assist any customers requirement. Next, please. This is a future plan. KTM KTM plan to refurbish the coach interior and exterior to look more attractive. Installation of modern onboard entertainment is about video on demand, Wi-Fi service. Also, the modification and conversion of selected coach to become observation deck. There's a major project we want to do. Next. Conclusion. Don't worry, got 5 minutes. The introduction of excursion train service is timely in line with the KTMB transformation program. This will also contribute to the enhancement of KTM image, also reputation as the preferred land transportation in Malaysia. KTMB intend to do cross-sharing with the ASEAN railway operators regarding experience, knowledge, to information and support agencies handling excursion train service in order to further boost tourism industry by rail services. Then for the future plan, KTM also like to seek support from SRT on the proposed excursion train service, then the name by Sawadee train from Malaysia up to Hanyai, Surat Thani, Hua Hin, Bangkok, and Thailand. So, but before I end my presentation, we'll see the video what for the actually this flashback of some of our activity before. Actually, we try do this concept since 2009 in conjunction of with the Tourism Malaysia.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
This event coach.
Audio Jungle.
She is Deputy Director General of Tourism Malaysia.
Audio Jungle.
There's a local food. Of course, they welcome.
Audio Jungle.
There's bedding. There's a special coach.
Audio Jungle.
There's a special event with the Tourism Malaysia. This is homestay.
Audio Jungle.
Homestay by rail. It's a homestay for Kelantan. The one most popular homestay in Malaysia.
Audio Jungle.
Actually, this idea come from started 2009.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
This one in DK Barat was our culture from Kelantan.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
outdoor activity in the with the homestay.
Audio Jungle. 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 Audio Jungle.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Nurdin Kimi. So now I'm opening the questions. Please, all the delegates can give the questions to Mr. Nurdin Kimi. Okay, is there any questions from Indonesia? From Cambodia? Laos? Thailand, Thailand. Thailand, okay. Good.
Excuse me, just one question. I want to know how much for KTB profit from homestay or more than ticket cost, fee and fare or something.
Okay, normally for the Eastern holiday, the cost, with the meal, entertainment, everything, talk about for the 3 day to 3 day 2 night function or occasion, is cost about 430 ringgit. So, come to a holiday in Malaysia, don't forget KTM holiday.
Okay, is that another questions? So don't forget to KTM holidays. Okay, is that anything? Okay, please.
Yeah, you must ask question.
So sorry, I
Waiting for
don't
you.
have any question, but I have
Good.
some recommendation. Before you starting the cooperating with SRT, I recommend you to take our
Good.
Start for free.
For sure. We will organize a fam trip. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jose. Okay, we call upon the final. We have final presentation. This one is quite interesting. Something that away from what we do normally. It's a very noble cause. Rail clinics. Mr. Ahmad Najib Tangawalun, Corporate Deputy Director of Personal Care, Control and Development, PTKI, you are kindly invited.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Vice Chairman and Mr. Chairman. Introduce myself. My name is Ahmad Najib Tawangalun. Now I'm HRD people now. I want to present and I want to share about how we have social responsibility to our community along a railroad. I think this is far away from access route, or maybe far away from about health institution. So here my presentation. This first launching of Rail Clinic at Jakarta Pasar Senen in Jakarta, capital city in Jakarta, around about in every day around maybe 10,000 and 12,000 people in one day. In December 2015. Rail Clinic is a masterpiece from Kereta Api Indonesia that was made in the end of 2015, encouraged by the spirit to give better services to the people of Indonesia, especially in the field of health, with the utilization of railway lines to penetrate difficult area transferred by motor vehicle. Safety traffic education to the community along to care about keeping the train right, and the mission of company to participate in support of environmental sustainability, especially corporate social responsibility or CSR program of our company. So in Java and in Sumatra we have 600 stations. I think in Java Island we have a lot of, but in Sumatra we have a lot of stations. They're far away from access road. In Java Island, in Java network, we have maybe several stations that are far away from access road. So there are so difficult to find health, yes, doctors, clinic, and so on. Then the plan was began from the process of drafting the rail clinic in Bandung and continued to manufacture in Yogyakarta train workshop in October 2015. Since the first launch until now, rail clinic has been operating 15 times in 15 stations around of the island of Java. Now, until now, we have one rail clinic. So we share our experience to run our rail clinic. Next, please. Yeah. Yeah. Railway education and promotion. The operational rail clinic is depend on the KAI's GRS program only, but also a moment that occur. For example, a disaster happen in which all vehicle motor difficult to reach the location. Rail clinic can be sent to reach the location closely and evacuated the victim. Healthcare social responsibility is always attracting most people to join. This is an opportunity and a chance for company to do others campaign, safety railway issues, health issues to educate them closely, like how to save when passing the train, vandalism according to the train and others, or sometime asking about KAI's ticketing system. Meanwhile, they are waiting for the queue examination. Next, please. So, a video. Yes. 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 Moving hospital, I think. Until now, we have one, and we want to develop. Okay. Yes, I think it's moving hospital. Yeah. Next, please. Yes. The more values of rail clinics: happiness, better services, cheerful. 15 stations, over than 5,000 people join. Social care, education, relation, communication, and teamwork. Thank you very much for our presentation.
Very impressive that social obligation PT Kai have towards the general public. And with that, I open for any questions before we wind up. Any questions? SRT, as usual. Yeah, I'm waiting for you. Thank you.
So thank you. I would like to know that what is the reason or why the patient choose to come to your clinic? What is it cheaper or what compared to the hospital?
Okay. Far away from access route and far away from the health health benefit. I think the community is far away from the health, or maybe from hospital. Yes, the community life around the network, our network, and then far away from hospital. Yes.
These are the remote area, very, very remote, where the hospital, the medical assistance cannot reach them by road.
So how often that you go to that spot or that station? How often?
Around a month, once a month, yes.
Once a month.
They already made 15 trips around Java Island since end of 2015. That is about 10 months ago they started this, about 10, 11 months ago. They have made it more than one trip in a month. They already made it. Yeah. So you want to have it in SRT? Okay. Any more questions? One more questions. Sekiranya tidak ada, we like to thank Ms. Bapak Ahmad for his remarkable presentation. Chairman, boleh tutup ya?
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I think we are in the end of the events. Yeah, I'd like to thank you for your kind attentions and enjoy the Yogyakarta city, traditional city, and then see you tomorrow. Thank you.